I thought that Alabama uh, really was hard to defend tonight. We had a hard time staying in front of the ball. They really hurt us in transition, and we had times where we weren't communicating well enough and giving up some open looks, especially early in the game. Um, and give them credit. I thought Lewis and Petty were terrific. They have been all year long, and it's really a style where when Lewis is able to penetrate and create so much by his quickness and his speed, makes it very difficult because they spread you out so well. I think Reese really is a hard guy to match up with as a 5 because he spaces the floor so well. Um, we've got to knock down open shots. We had some open looks tonight, especially in the second half. I thought we missed that, I expect that we'll make. We have to execute better offensively. I thought their defense, definitely caused us problems. There's 2 games now in a row where we haven't shot above 40% after really having a good field goal percentage, efficiency rating coming into the conference. And again, give Alabama credit. I mean, I think they've got a very good team, and I think that they really spread the floor out and have a bunch of shooters, and they shoot the ball really well from the perimeter.
We'll start with Logan, front row to coach's right.
Coach, cut the lead or cut the deficit to 6 in the second half. Coming out of a timeout and just kind of got away from you there. Just what happened over that stretch just coming out of that timeout?
It was we actually got a rebound and kicked it out. Abdul did, I think, down 6, and they got a steal. He tried to pass back out to Robert, kind of went off his hands. It's kind of an awkward thing, and I thought Petty at that point really made a couple big threes, as I remember. I think Petty comes down and the 3-point shot makes it go from 6 to 12 in a hurry. I think there were a couple of them. And I thought in the first half we were down 1 with 4 minutes to go, and I gave 4-17. I gave Reggie a quick blow because the game is so up and down. And I thought that we didn't control the pace again. I mean, we took 68 shots on Saturday and 69 today, both highs for the year. They only took 57 shots because they got the line a lot more. And they shot obviously a very high percentage from 3, 10 for 24, but. I thought in the first half we did a great job fighting ourselves, clawing back, and we actually had the lead at one point there, up by 1, and really didn't capitalize on it to go down. I think we were down 8 at the half, and then we come out to start second half. We have 2 turnovers, our first 2 possessions. We only had 11 for the game, but those were big, and they were like momentum killers. Actually, we had a post feed that was open. We didn't pass fake first. They deflected it, and then we came down and tried to get it in the post and turn it over again. And we can't have those kind of turnovers. We got to keep trying to play through our inside guys. I thought Nick had a good second half and was more aggressive offensively and got more comfortable out there against the pressure.
Go to the gentleman in the gray sweatshirt in the second row, and then we'll go next to him with Garrick.
Ben, you talked about it. You take a lead, with a couple minutes to go in the first half, and then it seems like they went inside a lot. Galen Smith, 30 had back-to-back, post plays, and just how much did that kind of get away? And were you expecting to play more inside in the game than they did?
No, I mean, and I thought a couple of his post feeds were off of kicks. They were like, penetration, and we're coming to help, and they're dishing it off, making some nice passes to him. I thought Galen played very well tonight for them. Really did some nice things for him. He's got a great motor, and he's redshirt junior, so he's older. But we've just got to be able to withstand those pushes. Our strength is Abdul and Reggie around the basket, and us getting in foul trouble there early hurt us, especially with Abdul. And he played 8 minutes in the first half, and we've got to get more minutes from him. And I was concerned about going into the game, to be honest.
We'll keep it on the second row with the gentleman in the middle in the green.
About a year ago, you started 0-2 in SEC play. Now, same thing again. Still put together a nice year last year. How do you regroup and then put together a run down the stretch?
Yeah, we've got to grow. I mean, I think for a couple of our guys, this is their first road game, and Survivors and DJ, they both got, I thought, pretty significant minutes, and they've got their opportunities that are going to continue to come to them, and we'll be better next time. I mean, I thought the biggest thing for us defensively is not being able to stay in front of the ball, even when we're just one-on-one. they're able to beat us off the bounce. We've got to do a better job staying in front of the ball, and we've got to do a better job at getting our defense set in transition. We've got to execute better. We've got to work harder offensively to be tougher against pressure and to be tougher against physicality.
Couple of games in a row now where Tyson has really struggled. I saw him come out there with Derek before the game working on the shots. How do you get his confidence kind of back?
Yeah, I mean, he's a senior now. I talked a lot yesterday before we played this game about using a shot fake as everybody's playing him for the three. And, he had some good looks tonight that he missed, but he'll come out of it. He's a shooter. I mean, he shoots well. He's just got to, fight through it mentally. This happens sometimes to shooters and, create some things. I thought he did a very good first half, and he ends up playing, a lot of minutes for us. And, I thought Robert battled tonight. I thought Robert, was one rebound away from a double-double. Give Alabama credit. I think Alabama's got a lot of depth, and I think that they're a hard team to match up with, especially with Lewis at the point. I mean, Lewis is just you can see why he's an NBA prospect. He really is difficult to match up with and stay in front of, and they run a lot of things with Reese out high that really opens up the floor for him to be able to penetrate even more.
Coach, how big was it for Reginald Perry? Means so much to your team. Is one of the best players in the country. For him to foul out with 7 minutes to go, you guys were making a big run to get back in it.
Yeah, it really hurt us, and I probably should have had him out of there at that point. It's kind of rolled the dice. I think it was like, a 10 or 12 point game, and so, I'm figuring he's got to stay in there. And he was actually trying not to foul when he fouled. So, you just got to keep playing your normal way and not worry about getting that fifth foul.
Get it to the front row, the gentleman in the middle, blue hat.
Coach Oates, obviously, in his first season in the SEC. Maybe what are some of your memories from your first season in this league, and what advice maybe would you give to new coaches in the SEC?
Well, our year was, we had 3 really good seniors, and actually, Craig Sword, who's a product of Alabama. We had some guys that really battled, and he's got some good veteran guys that have been here and been on some good teams, and I think they're doing a really good job of playing with a lot of depth. I mean, I like their team, and they're a team that's going to be hard for people to beat. I mean, honestly, they should have won down in Florida in the first game. Watching that game, they had a 9-point lead with 2:30 to go, and it was just a miracle that Florida was able to get that win. So, this is a team that's going to be hard to reckon with here moving forward, and I think they play good both ends of the floor.
Anything else for Coach before we let him go? All right, thank you guys.
Thanks.